go. Ah, oh, this feels so good. Let's go. Chris, we are Jets. Joe S. Klecko, the HOF. Alex. Tony, Iman, Super Game. Rusty's Booter. Jets finally get a victory. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Yes. That feels good. Talk to me. Oh, man. Jets beat the Tennessee Titans 27-24. Final in overtime. Zach Wilson goes 21 of 34, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. This was awesome to watch. The defense had something like, what do we have, like 6 sacks or something like that? No, more than that, right? 7 sacks. 7 sacks. Let's go. Yo, Quincy Williams is a beast. We found a linebacker. CJ Mosley playing with his head on fire. Yo, this defense played lights out. Outside of the first quarter. This was awesome. Oh, man, this is like the first win that I felt like we've been able to cheer for in like 2 years. You go through all last season, you're hoping for a win, but by the time we got a win, we didn't want it. Oh, wow. Wow. Rodrigo. Costa. Thank you for the super chat. Says, let's go. Let's go, boys. This feels good. This team is playing. They played well today. I was really pleased with what I saw. Zach Wilson is a mother-loving gamer. Absolutely a gamer. I could gripe a little bit with a little bit of the play calling here and there, but man, when this kid goes off script and he can just make plays, he's pointing Corey Davis down the field. Oh my God. That was so cool. Revenge game for Corey Davis. Man, the way this first quarter started out, and the Corey Davis was not looking so hot at the beginning of this game. And from, what was it, the second drive or third drive on? Wow. That felt good. I know we're only 1-3. I get it. But that felt good. It was nice to see that. The Titans are a good team. Sure, they're not 100% healthy. You know, we're missing, they were missing Julio. They're missing Brown. They're missing Farley. Their offensive line got banged up throughout the game. But the Jets took care of business. A few plays left out there, but overall, really happy. Quincy Williams, both Quinn and Quincy Williams brothers, lit it up today. I liked what I saw from Quinnen. I loved what I saw from Quincy. Quincy was all over the field. Like, I cannot get over just how many times I heard his number called or saw his number around the ball. It could be a pass play. It could be a run play. Just, he seemed like he always had his helmet near the ball, and I love it. I think that was a fantastic waiver wire pickup. Oh, man, that felt good. And I thought for the most part, Derrick Henry was kept in check. For the most part. You know, there's going to be some issues, you know, here and there. He had, I don't know what he had overall. What did he have total yards? 100 and... Sorry, pulling up the things right now. So he had 157 yards and a touchdown. Like, that's, as odd as that sounds, I am actually okay. Like, I thought for the most part, until the fourth quarter, I thought we kept him for the most part in check. Like, I thought there was a good shot that he was going to be putting a beat down on us. And statistically, numbers-wise, absolutely does. But it took a while for it to happen. And I think that makes me feel okay with this. I'm okay with that. Not upset. Not upset. This is the first time we've had a happy Jets Sunday in a while. Man, that was cool. That was cool. All right, let's go over some of our leaders here. Zach Wilson, 21 of 34, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Michael Carter, 13 carries, 38 yards, was the lead back. He had that one touchdown where they pushed him across the goal line. That was awesome. Corey Davis show. This was the Zach Wilson and Corey Davis show. And Keelan Cole steps up in a big way too. Corey Davis, 4 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. And man, it could have easily been more. This guy was getting open left and right, and he dropped a pass early on. There were opportunities to have even more than what he had, and then there were plays that Zach just didn't see him on. Man, Corey Davis had a really good game. Good revenge game for Corey Davis. Keelan Cole, 3 receptions, 92 yards, had a nice toe tap in overtime. Really loved that. Crowder coming back in the fold, leader in the clubhouse for receptions, 7 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Oh, man, that felt good, right? Let's go. Total yards. Jets had 355. Titans had 430. Titans definitely beat us in the rushing game. We only had 66 total rushing yards. Wow. Those 7 sacks. Look at this defense. Imagine if we had Carl Lawson and Vinny Curry on this defense. This defense could be so special. It is like right there. If the offense can provide a little bit of a lead and the defense can kind of get that pass rush going, a little bit of the stunting like we saw today, send an extra blitzer, maybe a corner off the edge like we saw. Man, that was the first time I felt good about our defense. Like rock solid the whole game. Good to see all those sacks. And they've been playing well all year. Today was just a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun. Those young cornerbacks, no Marcus May, you wouldn't even know it. Ryan Tannehill threw a lot of passes. He got sacked 7 times. That means he dropped back to pass 56 times. He went 30 of 49, 298 yards and a touchdown. So they moved the ball, but the Jets played this bend but don't break defense. I didn't feel like this game got away from us at any point. I felt like we just kind of kept hanging around. There were times early in the game, they had the 2 field goals to start or 3 field goals to start the game. It just allowed the Jets to hang around just long enough for the offense to start striking. And it started happening. It started clicking. And this is fun. I want to feel more of this. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. Says, let's freaking go. We got the dub. This D looked freaking good today. I completely agree. Aaron, completely agree. Let's go. Come on. Oh, man. Mark, drop in with super chat. Says JETS. How about Quincy Williams? Waiver wire pickup. Let's go. He's playing well. This is huge. I don't know when we get Davis back. Gerard Davis. But with him, Quincy, and CJ playing, man, that gets me excited. Because CJ's playing well too. Quincy's playing phenomenal. Hey, shoo! Sorry. Sneeze. Jets fan from Indy says, let's go. Way to stay the course, gangrene. Let's go, JETS. Jets. Yes. Man, dude, it feels good to be a Jet fan right now. Let's get more of this. Quinnen looked good. Rankins looked good. Foley Fatukasi looked good. John Franklin Myers looked good. Quincy Williams looks good. CJ Mosley looks good. Bryce Hall. The young guys playing good. Carter II. Guys, man, I am really happy with where this team's at. That was competitive. I'll be honest, I got to the end of that game and I was like, I'm going to be so upset if we lose this game. I'd be so crushed. But man, it felt good almost regardless of the outcome to see what we did to the Titans. Because that's encouraging and it's hopeful moving into the next parts and games coming up this season. You know, first quarter kind of out of the way. First quarter of the season, first 4 games is over. I really wish we could have punched it in overtime. I was really hoping to get that touchdown and just not even make it that close. because it felt like the Jets dominated the last part of this game. And even though the yardage and everything was there for Tannehill and for Henry, it felt like the Jets were in control. And I wanted the icing on the cake at the end, just like punch it in from a yard out. Wilson's got to know to throw that ball away, because then 4th and 1, you're probably going for it. And then, I mean, look, we wind up winning the game anyway. I shouldn't get too crazy. This is, yes. Oh man, it finally feels good to have a win. Finally feels good. Falcons next week in London, 9:30 a.m. game. This is gonna be fun. I'm looking for win 2 in a row, baby. Jets play like that, we win next week. Yo, the way Wilson escapes pressure, the way he just rips the ball down the field, we got ourselves a quarterback. Very, very pleased with everything I saw today. The one interception Davis slips on, that stat line looks a lot better, especially if you wind up making that catch too. Like, don't forget, it's not just the it's not just the interception, but it's the yardage that comes along with it too. All of a sudden we're talking, 300 plus yards from Wilson. Kid's got a rocket for an arm. Kid has pocket presence, has a swagger. Man, let's go. Let's go. Jets by Jimmy's in the chat. What's up, dude? He says no Mims sightings today. How about game for Crowder? Welcome back. Crowder had a great game today. 7 receptions. No Mims. I don't need to see Mims. It's okay. I don't need to see Mims when other stuff's working. It's when the other stuff isn't working that I start getting frustrated with that we're not trying to get Mims involved. But Corey Davis absolutely should have been the focal point of this game because of the revenge factor. Like, they didn't want to negotiate a contract with him. They basically just said, oh, no, we're good. Like, you're out of here. If I'm Corey Davis, I'm laughing all the way home. Love it. That felt good. Felt good. Corey Davis went off. Kaiser says, great W. Neno says, Wilson equals Rodgers. Oh, man. I'll take half of what Aaron Rodgers is. I'd be so happy with that. But Wilson looks like the real deal. Oh, man, that was the first time I felt really excited to watch a game from start to finish in a really, really long time, and hoping for a win. Kyle drops in with a super chat. Kyle says, hopefully we keep playing smart, and then this offseason we add a key player like a number 1 wide receiver, a lockdown cornerback, or a big name center or guard, and continue to prosper. I would because look, Cole and Crowder are both at the end of their contracts with the Jets. I think depending on what Crowder wants, it'd be cool to keep him around. I think Cole probably gone after this year. You're going to have to add a receiver in some capacity. I do think Corey Davis can be a number 1 wide receiver. He just needs to not kind of have some of the mental lapses, like the slipping on the turf or the drop passes, and I think he'll be fine. Man, he seems to get open all the time. His stat line could have been enormous today. It was already good. And then get a lockdown cornerback. I think corner is going to be a top 4 pick for us. I think it's going to be edge rusher, center, cornerback, tight end. Those 4, probably the first 2 in order, and then maybe the next 2 after that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Jets helping this offensive line continue to grow. Zach Wilson was clean all game for the most part. I mean, it could have been bad if he was not as mobile as he was. There was a little bit of heat. Man, that feels good. I'll be able to sleep tonight. You guys talk. See, that's great. Clay Wavy in the chat, dropping some Jets. Love it. Neno says free agents will come. That's the biggest thing. If Zach Wilson looks legit and he has games like this, Other players are going to recognize it, and they will come play here. If you're a laughing stock and not scoring any points, a la last week, you're going to have a little bit of a tougher time. But today, Zach Wilson and this team played lights out. Absolutely happy with everything I saw. I don't even know where to go. I have all these notes written down. I don't care. I'm just excited. 7 sacks. That was huge. But let's try to do 5 takeaways. Okay, studs of the game. Zach Wilson, balling out. Corey Davis, balling out. Quincy Williams, defensively, absolutely awesome. And then I just have to say, like, overall, Coach Saleh, this was a good game. This team was dialed in. Duds of the game. Oh, man, duds of the game. What do I want to do? Maybe the slip of Davis for the interception. That kind of stunk. AVT. Ooh, Elijah Vera Tucker. You had a bunch of really good plays. Bunch of really, really good plays where you were, like, just throwing guys away. Like, running behind you is a good thing to do moving forward. But I would say this. Don't get another, like, illegal man downfield or ineligible man downfield or whatever that penalty is. The second one. He had one last week. He has one this week. Pay attention, brother. You're going to be something special. So you guys say Mosley was great. Van Roten a dud. Yeah, Van Roten still doesn't look good. I believe, what did they have, 1 sack? I believe that was Van Roten that gave that up too. Or at least it was the guy cutting in front of him that got the sack. Yes. Chris DiNardo says we're not used to winning or celebrating a win. We're all like, what the hell do we do? When's the last time we got a win that we, like, legitimately really liked? The 2 last year, probably not. Before that, it was the Bills win last game of the season, the Steelers win before that, but those were all backups. That was third string quarterback. Like, those weren't like hang your hat on type wins. I'm thinking Oakland or Dallas, probably the last time we had like a really, really good win. That felt good. Man, the arm down the field. He's so accurate. So accurate. So strong. Joe SS Van Roten will be blaming Wilson again. Quinnen is a beast. Fireman Ed is in an Uber Eats commercial. A teddy bear drops in with a super chat. Says, if only Davis didn't slip, it would have been a clean week for Zach. Defensively figure they're worn out at the end. Would love for them to force turnovers. I would love to see the turnovers. There were a few plays like Quincy Williams. He picks his head up. I know they commented on it a few times. If he picks his head up and doesn't go for the big shot, he probably has a pick 6 or just like an interception going the opposite direction. I guess just wrapping up the guy. I don't know. Keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. But, man, I like what we got out of him. Clean day for Zach Wilson. I will say this. That interception is a 0.5 for me. It's not a full interception because Davis slips. Maybe he makes a play on the ball still, or maybe the play falls incomplete. But I think that was a timing throw. I'm going to throw it to this spot. You're going to be there at that time. Once he slips and falls, it's over. It's a pick. That's the risk you run in that type of situation. And I would love for them to force some turnovers on defense. They were absolutely gassed at the end of the game. You saw how Derrick Henry started to get better and better. And having the ability to kind of stop him the way we did, and that sounds weird to say because he had 150-something odd yards. Guy ran well. His fantasy sheet, going to look nice. But I think the Jets played him well. You just saw him start to get worn down. Jeff Seawald says, Williams brothers are special in a good way. Yes, they are. What else you guys talking about? Huff had 1.5 sacks. I didn't realize he had 1.5. I'm just watching this whole defense, and there's guys screaming all over the place, and it just felt Really good. Let's see. ZM says we can beat Atlanta next week. Just have to watch Patterson out of the backfield. I think the Jets have a shot when you can beat someone like the Titans, even though they're a little hamstring, they didn't have all their guys. I think it at least puts you in the conversation to be competitive. And I just want to be competitive week in and week out. I don't necessarily care if we get the win. I want the win. Don't get me wrong. But I'm okay if we're competitive. This is a young team. We're going to have growing pains. And today was a really good growing experience for our Jets. Slasher, JTZ, thank you for the super chat, dude. This game is so much more fun to watch when we win. It could have been absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Quincy laid the wood on Henry. It felt good. Quincy played well. I'm excited to see more out of this kid. I can't wait to see what all our players are graded for today because that was fun to watch. I'm gonna be excited watching highlights later on. I'm probably gonna rewatch my Zach Wilson every throw like 5 or 6 times. Oh, yes. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go over some scores again. Some stats. Jets defense causes 7 sacks. Zach Wilson goes 21 of 34, 297 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Corey Davis goes off for 4 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Keelan Cole follows that up, 3 receptions, 92 yards, and no touchdowns. Crowder has the other touchdown with 7 receptions. 7 receptions. Jacob Booth drops in with a super chat, says Jets versus Falcons in London. Really hoping that feels like a home game. I think it will be because I don't think the Falcons have a huge fan base in the States. I would have to imagine outside the States, you're probably looking at teams like the Jets, the Giants, the Patriots, the Cowboys, the Steelers, like really popular kind of brand names. I think the Jets will be well represented in London next week. More so than the Falcons, at least. Man, that feels like a game we can win. That feels like a game we can win. I can't wait to wake up next Sunday and automatically be watching football and hopefully watching a win. Scott drops in with a super chat, says it was sad to see Mims non-existent in the game. I don't care if we're playing well and Mims doesn't get touches. I'm okay with that. It's when things are going completely wrong and nothing works for us, and we have a 6'3", 4.3 speed receiver sitting on the sidelines. That's what drives me bananas. But today I'm okay. I'm happy with the play calling. I'm happy for the most part. I'm happy with the results we got on the field. I do think that the Jets will have an opportunity to I shouldn't say that. I'm looking forward to hoping to see more of Mims. But when Corey Davis is playing the way he's playing, you have to just keep feeding him the ball. The revenge game thing is just such a huge part of like the motivation factor, I think, for this guy for today. Pookie Buddy drops in the super chat, says our defense is so underrated, future's bright, and they're all young. That whole defense, like, what is it? Mosley was probably the oldest of that bunch. That's huge. Absolutely huge. And then you're going to have a bunch of high picks next year. So you're going to have like $65 million in cap space. You're going to have to use that to retain some of your young guys. Like, I want to see them pay John Franklin Myers. I want to see them pay Foley Fatukasi. Quinnen's going to be up for a contract soon, but maybe punt on that for a year, give him the 5th-year option, and then resign him after year 4 next year, if you want to decide that. But the Jets are going to be a fun location for players to come to if they play similarly to that. It may not always have to end in a win, but if they play similarly to that, Zach Wilson and this team will attract free agents. Mutt Viles drops in with a super chat, says, let's go Zach Attack with a win now to take down the Atlanta choke 2-3 before the bye. That would feel so good after starting 0-3. If you had told me of all the games we'd play to start this season, we would be beating the Titans, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have thought we had a shot against Carolina. I would have thought we had a shot against Denver, against the Patriots. And I would have said this would have been the game that we'd lose early on. But the Jets played well, and they earned themselves a win. Oh, man. Oh, man. Bryce Thompson says, imagine if we still had May and Lawson. It would be something special. LaMarcus Joyner, too. That secondary, our safety position is beat to hell right now. Our young corners are playing well. Hall is legit. Eccles, Coleman. These guys are hungry, and they are playing well. It has been fun to watch them. Oh, it feels good to be happy for a win. Let's go. Oh, all right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Guys, I will be live tomorrow, Monday, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, with, I believe, Michael Nanny. I'm with the Jets X Factor guys again. I believe Nanny is on tomorrow. And then Tuesday, myself, O'Leary, and Green Bean for Tuesday Talking Jets panel. Victory Monday, Victory Tuesday, Victory Sunday. I can enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Boys and girls, it's been fun. I'm going to head out, go hang out for a little bit, and really just soak in this victory. This is a good one. We haven't gotten many of these. This feels good. Boys and girls, my name's Ryan. I've been your pilot. This is Jets Talk, signing off. Jets!